Some call it the Mecca of basketball. New York City, the scene for tonight's game. We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports. Sunday night hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Bez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis, and it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo. And then for Golden State, Brandon Rush is checked in for Barnes. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry, setting the floor for the Warriors. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Livingston is out there with Iguodala, and it's Rush in at the 3 spot. No good from Bogut.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, a chance to check out Andre Iguodala. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 9 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. One of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
And the Knicks making a change here. Thomas is checked in. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about it. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here is Livingston. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Iguodala. He kicks it to Bogut. That's tipped.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. He took good advantage of that screen. Livingston's got his first points of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say. On good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players? On the Knicks. Freaks checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Thomas checked in for Anthony. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. Different look here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Barnes is the stretch forward, Green in the middle. Barbosa is out there with Livingston. And it's Rush in at the small forward position. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns was a major factor. He ended with 22 points, and he was a foul magnet, doing a lot of his damage. This outing just the latest from him in what has been an incredible display of basketball.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
You know, let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
And now look at the teams that have shot the ball the best over the course of the last month.
Taking 2 shots.
The Warriors, #1.
Yeah, Kevin, it's been a long month for anybody who plays these guys. I mean, they've been shooting the lights out, and it's been game after game after game.
Free throw, good. Free.
Talk about some great numbers for Free.
When's the last time
he
I
has 11 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
Williams, he's checked in for New York. The Warriors also with a sub. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Barnes.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Here's Freak. He jams it straight down.
Boy, he's just angling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up. And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long. Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Here is Livingston. 8 points his last outing. He had a nice open look right there. Rush has got 5 points so far.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
Now here is Barbosa. No luck. Freak.